Okay, a very good day to everyone. So today I'll be coming out with a strategy guide, a beginner's strategy guide for Liu Yan. Okay, this guy here, uh, playing the 190 CE chapter pack. It's not a chapter pack, it's basically the vanilla. Okay, it's the vanilla start date. Okay, okay, so let's begin and we go through from there. Okay, so Liu Yan is actually one of the hardest, arguably one of the hardest faction for Three Kingdoms. Okay, the main reason why he is actually quite difficult is because of the location that he's in. He's very isolated and also Nanman is actually quite overpowered. Okay, they have very good melee infantry, the Nanmans. Okay, so now the few things that I would like to mention is that I'll be playing this game without using any exploit. Okay, so there are some exploit whereby you can use diplomacy to get a huge amount of advantage. So I'm not gonna be using any exploit. Okay, so I'll be playing this game as it is intended. Okay. So the first thing when you the first thing you want to check is the ancillaries. Okay, so this is what I get. Now you can actually, if you get like really bad ancillaries, you can actually restart the game until you get like certain ancillaries which you prefer. Okay, some of the best ancillaries is the one that gives you the satisfaction boost as well as the -1 construction. Okay, but unfortunately I didn't have those, but it is fine. Okay, it is fine. It's really your personal preference. If you rather would like to have certain ancillaries, you can actually restart the game. Okay, then the next thing you want to do is you want to make sure this guy here, okay, the A is appointed the commanding general. Okay, it's because of the yes, this where is it? It's because of this objective. Okay, have your A lead and complete 5 battles. So make sure that this guy is always the commanding general before you lead the army into battle. Okay, now this is the main mechanic for Liu Yan. Okay, normally I would the things that I would trade off is the character salaries, trade, and construction. Okay, the rest I will just leave it off. Okay, and the first strategy when it comes to this mechanic, right? Okay, you always want to inherit before the when you reach 194. Okay, the last, I think, was winter. Okay, before winter of 194. Okay, before or on winter 194. Okay, because the next season will be spring. Okay, spring 195. You will then you will move into this phase. Okay, so you can see the debuff is actually a plus 10% character salary faction wide. Okay, eventually when your faction grow, okay, that is going to cost you a lot of gold, and more importantly, you will also some of the buff, okay, will not be present. Okay, hence you always want to inherit the timely inheritance. Okay, now there are certain things that some people they might want to delay the inheritance is because they want to get some of the achievement. Okay, in my opinion, it's not worth it. Okay, some of the buff is just not worth it. Okay. Then the next one is your court. Okay, you want to kick out these two guy. Okay, the vanguards. Chen Cao. Okay, released from service. Ren Qi as well. Okay, to save cost. You can keep these two. There are reasons why I kept the two, and afterwards I will explain. Okay, so this lady here, you want to assign the 10% satisfaction. Okay, this one we will have another assignment for him afterwards on the next turn. Okay, then we go on to engage this character. I also apologize for my English. Okay, my pronunciation sometimes might not be that accurate. Okay, it's not exactly my native tongue. Okay. Okay, another interesting thing to note about this faction is that they are so isolated, is that it's very hard for them to get any trade. Okay, and the only trade that in the early, maybe even mid game, is probably Zhang Lu. Okay, Zhang Lu is probably the only faction that will ever trade with you. And Gongdu, okay, but Gongdu, he has to reach a certain rank in order to trade with you lah. But yeah, otherwise trade is very very limited for this faction. Okay, that's one thing to consider. Okay, so we just gonna be moving this whole army to the front. One of them is both of the archers already shattered. Okay, they are retreating. Now we're gonna focus on this one. Fast forward this. Okay, Okay, at least the casualty is minimum. It's not perfect, but I will take it. Very low casualty. Okay, the reason why you want to fight this first battle is because if you delegate the auto resolve, okay, most of the time the casualty is too high. Okay, it's too high to be to delegate lah, so it's not worth it. Okay, cool. Can get some cash. 344. Okay, so in the early game, you always want to maximize the cash. The replenishment is actually too low to actually benefit. So yeah. Okay, so I think we can end the turn. Okay, now the next is to take this salt mine. Okay, for this case, if you want to fight a battle, it is up to you. If you want to delegate, it's also fine. Okay, the reason why is because which I will explain the next thing that we're gonna do. Okay, so this battle I will just delegate. It's not a big deal. Okay, because I will be able to get it to full health in no time. Okay, so the first thing here is to hire this guy here, Xiaoro. Xiaoro will the reason why I hire this guy, okay, and why I release the other two Vanguard, okay, during the first turn is because the other two Vanguard doesn't have this conscription. Okay, it's only this guy which I hire, it has conscription. So what does conscription do? It gives you a 10% replenishment. Okay, so yeah, hence why we are gonna get this in few turns to full health. Right, then the next one we want to do is to make sure that you click on the farm. Okay, raise an army, click on this guy Zhu Gui. Okay, then you disband the other the two retinues, the two archer retinues, and also make sure that you ensure that this guy is actually inside the settlement for the to replenish his military supplies. Okay, if he's outside the settlement, it will be less the replenishment will be lesser. Okay, all right. Okay, oh yeah, then the next one is that you want to disband these archers. Okay, because the archers is not very commanders, you don't want to have archers. Okay, then the next one is always hire at least one juggernaut, not at least one, but not more than one. Okay, sorry, yeah, because you can see the upkeep is 300, it's too expensive, so you just need one. Okay, just have at least one. Okay, then you get another archers. Okay, the reason why I dismiss the archer for Liu Zhang is because Liu Yan, okay, he will have the fire arrows as well as the as well as this one. You can see the on retinue it will have a 25% boost to the range damage, where else the commander, right, he doesn't have it. Okay, the fire arrow will be here, but he doesn't have the 25% damage. Okay, and besides that, okay, we will the points that we're gonna invest is actually right over here. Okay, we're gonna invest this, which is gonna boost the cavalries, so we are not gonna actually reach here, okay, in time. So that's why I disband the archers. Okay, so for Liu Zhang, you want the retinue to be cavalry, one higher and one additional cavalry, and then the rest you can get the militia saber militia. Okay, then this one, the archers. Yep, that's pretty much it for this turn. Okay, so winter has come. Okay, so then the next one, for this turn, you want to force march this dude, okay, to this region. Okay, because this faction is actually very very isolated. You can see from the diplomacy tab, it doesn't have a lot of Han factions known to him, except for Dongzhuo. So you can't really trade, you can't do anything, and that's why we need this guy to move to that direction for a few reasons, okay, which I will explain later. Okay, and we are not gonna move this guy because we're just gonna replenish him to the max. If you move Liu Zhang, okay, if you move him, your replenishment will actually be less effective. Okay, I guess we can hit him. 10% is not a lot. Okay, it's only like 57 gold, so it's no problem. Sometimes if you ignore him, he might attack you, so it's fine. Okay. Okay, then the military tree. Sorry, the tech tree. Okay, for the tech tree, you always want to go for the military. Okay, for the replenishment as well as the what you call this, the fire pit. Okay, the oil deployment. Alright. As you can see, the next turn we are almost to the full. Okay, we are almost to the full. I will move him in the next turn. No problem. Okay, so in this turn I will actually move the army to about this location. Okay. 3, fine. Then make sure that this guy is also going to discover Liu Biao as well as Yuan Shu. Okay, then we end the turn. Okay, you don't really need a full stack army. Okay, just Liu Yan and Liu Zhang is more than enough. Okay, then we're gonna go with the fire arrows. Stance. Let's see whether we have anything to equip. Okay, great. And turn again. Okay. We can actually declare war on him and then force him to attack us on in our fortification stance. Yeah, this guy. Okay, you always need to get rid of King Butugu in the early game. It's no choice because eventually he will attack you. Okay, so we are at war. Okay, then if that's the case, make sure that you are on in camp stance. Okay, that will give us additional fortification and makes our defense much more easier. Okay, so we have actually discovered Liu Biao. Okay, just by moving him to this region. And the reason why we want to discover Liu Biao, okay, is very very simple. This guy is one of our is the best paymaster when it comes to rice. Okay, so we have only four, so we sell 3. Okay, the reason why I keep 1 as a backup is because during winter they might be they actually have less, so Yep, and you can see you can get a really good deal by selling rice to this fella. Okay, 400 just for 3 rice. Huge boost. Okay, then the other one, then you want to proceed with getting to Yuan Shu. Okay, that is the main reason why we had him. Zhu Gui, I believe was the name. Okay, I think I'm gonna reject this. Alright, so he went on and attacked us. Okay, as you can see, auto resolve will it will be a close defeat. Under normal circumstances, okay, without the Juggernaut, you will most likely also lose this battle. Okay, but because we have this, it will be a very easy battle. Okay, so for those who have actually played Sixie or Liu Zhang, Liu Yan, those very close to the Nanman, okay, you know that the Nanmans are really super soldiers in the beginning, in the early games. Okay. Okay, cool. We have the so basically they are just kind of like position. Okay, oh shoot. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a challenge now. Usually they will just like lump the whole group in one direction. So now we have a multi direction. Okay, but it seems like most of the melee is concentrated here. So we're just gonna focus on this area for the time being. Okay, so make sure that you position your Juggernaut a bit inwards. You want to make sure you only fire when most of the melee units are converge in one of this point. If you put it too close here, okay, the problem is sometimes some of the melee can come from the side. So when you fire, okay, you only actually fire this area, and then the melee might come in from the side and destroy your Juggernaut. Okay, so that's why move it a bit backwards, so that the melee from the center, from the sides will converge in one area, and you can deal with them in one go. Okay, so that's how we do it. Alright, luckily we have this really good unit, okay, whereby you make sure that you have these stuns. Okay, just put them there. Choke the point. Choke point. Okay. Okay, now for this, I don't mind to use fire arrows, but for the archers at the back, okay, I will always use the standard shot, because sometimes if you use flaming shot, okay, if they come too near, you might actually burn your own fortification. So I want to really avoid that. Okay, so, yep. Okay, just in case they flank us, just gonna put it there. Okay, then the cavalries, put it to the side. Okay, and then the saber militias. Okay, cool. Then we can initiate the battle. Great. Everything is in order. Oh, misclick. I don't want to get too close because I don't want to aggro the units to the side, right? Okay, so basically they didn't flank us, So I'm just gonna reroute this army here. Try to shoot from the sides. Okay, here's the magic. Here is the magic. Okay, as you can see, the melee are decimated. Really effective against the Namas. Okay, don't worry about burning a tower at this point because they're already pretty much gone. Okay. Yep, they're already gone. So we can just deal with this hero right here. Just to play safe, I'm gonna move my Juggernaut to this area. Okay. Oh man, he's a really tough. Okay, go. He's not. Okay, still not bad. As you can see, the Cav actually didn't do a lot of damage from the rear. Okay. They are actually, for some reason, the Naman is actually quite resistant to cavalry charge. If you fight on Nanman territory, you are gonna get another piece of debuff called Miasma, if I'm not mistaken. That is going to even deal a huge, I mean, your especially shock cavalry will be pretty much useless in those areas. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Make sure that your army comms, you want to avoid hiring vanguards, okay, or shock cavalry. You want to always have melee cav. Okay, the main reason why we still need melee cav is to pick up the range. Okay, the range, and sometimes it can also be useful to pick up retreating units. Okay, so melee, I think in the early games 2 cav should be enough, but to play safe, I have like 3 units. Okay, maximum 3, minimum 2. Okay, so we're gonna be trying to get this guy out. Okay, cool. So you can just fast forward everything. Try to kill this and another interesting point, never duel this guy, okay, Wutugu. This guy is a monster. You'll definitely lose. He's just gonna kill your duelist in few seconds, okay? Never duel this guy. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna execute him for the ancillary. Okay, I will go for the goal. Because don't forget, we already got a 10% buff. Okay. Oh, I forgot the assignment. Oh, it's over. But it's actually fine. No big deal. Okay. Okay, end the turn. You don't have to siege this person because he's already in a force march stance, so he won't be replenished in this turn. Okay, so we can hold it up so that we can at least get some replenish some of our guys. Okay, then this turn, feel free to siege, put them under siege. Okay, as you can see, it's also not a valiant defeat, so we're just gonna. Okay, so settlement battles, you want to actually stuff them out. Okay, and just now was actually winter, right? So if you put them on siege, okay, winter, I believe they will reduce your supplies quite considerably. So that's why I choose to wait out. Okay, because of the winter. Okay, now you don't want to attack the settlement just yet. Okay, you just want to wait them to sell out. Okay. Then the next one, okay, we're gonna be going for this. This is really important. Okay. I will demonstrate it why. Okay, hopefully we can meet Yuan Shu. We can meet him already. Okay, the reason why we want to discover this guy Yuan Shu, right, is because of the marriage. Okay, 8, which is pretty bad. They are not interested. Let me see. I think it's worth it. Okay, the reason why you want to marry, you want that marriage, okay, is because eventually when this guy inherit this faction, okay, you want the wife, okay, to be the faction A. Okay, don't pick this old man, okay, because there's not really much buff. Okay, the reason why you want another commander as the faction A is because they will give you this, okay, the redeployment cost reduction 25%, and then eventually give you another one additional assignment, okay, and also the rank, another +1 rank. Okay, so which is actually really good. Okay, and this lady also gives you a faction wide +3 morale. Okay, so morale in this, I think it was buff lah. Okay, so morale is actually quite useful. It means that your units will no longer rout easily. So hence why I gave so much resources just to merit Yuan Shu's daughter. Okay, so we can end the turn. No, reject. Okay, we're gonna play this game honorably. Okay, so we don't want Dongzhou as our master. All right, start. Wow, 33 minutes already. Okay, so we're gonna pick this area right here. Okay, set it up like this. Now the reason why I mentioned about the military tree, right, is because of this, the deployables. Okay, do not underestimate the power of the the defensive towers as well as this. They are really damn powerful. Okay, so make sure that it's within the range. I'll just put it in there, and then this barricade I'll just put it here. Okay, sometimes when this thing is burned, the unit will just get stuck there. So which is good for us. Okay. Alright. Oh dear. Okay, so I'm just gonna use this guy Liu Yan as the
敌
bait.
人援兵正在接近。
Okay. Okay, so make sure that this one, these units, their melee toggle is off. Okay, you want them to be on range. Once the enemy is a bit closer, you can click the melee, toggle melee. As you can see, it's really a big army. Okay, under normal circumstances, it will be a really tough fight. Okay, but that juggernaut is really the key in this campaign. In this campaign as well as battle. Okay, just loading. More units there.
我军伏兵已暴露。
长矛兵，杀光敌军！敌兵，射击敌军！即刻准备！
Oh my goodness, they are not okay. Great. Oh shit, Liu Yan.
加快速度，速速前进！
Okay, this one you need to engage them in melee.
我绝不会再败！一定要让我杀了你才肯闭嘴吗？准备迎战，顽强不屈！
Oh my goodness.
看，敌军逃跑了。
鼓起勇气！毛兵须命，天下不留，进攻！命令，不要留情，准备开战！快！加速前进！杀！
This is not really what I would like it to be. Okay, because of the I was not able to max how to say maximize the damage.
向前进军！快上！做好准备！诛灭敌军！妄图打败我，愚不可及！
依我所见，你的技艺尚不及孩童。
杀呀！准备迎战！杀！上！加快脚步！即刻准备！全速前进！骑兵！
看，敌军逃跑了。
记住！上！准备就绪！发射！向前进军！听令！战士们注意！行进！备战斗！箭在弦上！发射！真是可怜！
你此番是为补偿自身技巧不足。
跑起来！听命！举起长矛！右军！毛兵须命！射手就绪！射杀敌军！跑起来！赶快！跑步前进！
Hence why the fortifications in camp stance is the best. Okay, you have like a really good choke point. This one is
听你恶语相
sometimes
加
it's，based on luck lah.
定是恼羞成怒。
Okay, so
敌方士兵正在
Yep.
溃逃，
I was being outplayed by the AI, but still we were able to pull it off. So it's not that bad. Just that it's not the outcome that I would like it to be. But everything is great. Okay, so I'm just gonna fast forward. As you can see, for some reason my troops, the morale is really badly affected.
敌方士兵正在溃逃，
Try to kill off the big boss. Okay, want to avoid shooting. Try to get some debuff. Okay, cool.
“引以为傲的一战。”
Okay, 5%. Oh man. I'm tempted to get the cash. It's not a lot, but oh, okay, I'm gonna get the 5% replenishment. Okay, so the next turn you can just pretty much delegate, no problem.
胜利将垂青于我们，没必要留着他们。
Right.
正直不屈。
Okay, so now we have actually got completed 2 tasks. Okay, in my opinion, this 2 is actually more than enough. Alright, if you can try to get unlock this, but I mean the 40% replenishment, cooldown 20 turns, and then it requires aspiration. I don't think it's worth it that much. Okay, eventually when your cities have like high population means you have like higher replenishment. And once your tech tree, you also unlock the 10%. It's pretty much not going to be that useful. It might sound like really great, but in the mid game, late game is not worth it. Okay, so for me, I'm more than satisfied to have this too. So I will just click inherit. Okay. So once we trigger this inheritance, can go with that. Okay, then I will get the wife to be the faction A. Okay. Fortunately, Liu Yan is not really that upset yet, so which is cool. Okay, we can begin to build the first building. Okay, then we can end our turn. Wait, how is our guy doing here? Now at this point, this guy is actually dispensable. Okay, meaning that if he's dead or if he runs out of food and then his health is reached 0, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so now I'm just gonna discover as much faction as possible right here. Okay. Yep, actually when you I can pretty much end the video. This is pretty much the basic. Once you understand the key mechanics and then the key points, okay, playing this faction will not be is actually very it's challenging but rewarding, but at the same time is very very doable. Okay, pretty much doable.
舍身为国。
Okay. Alright, so I have 6,000. So I'm
太
gonna
平
just
盛世，必有回归之日。
this. Okay, once you discover like a lot of other factions, right, you can actually start to. Oh, Cao Cao. I haven't discovered Cao Cao. Cao Cao is not. Besides Cao Cao, this guy Tao Qian is also another very good buyer for your rice. Okay.
正在行进。
Okay. Yep. Just get him to at least to Cao Cao. Okay, we're just gonna for this one we're just gonna wait until they replenish. Okay.
这对你我都有利。
Oh, no problem. Support and we get 1,200 gold.
深思
Sure,
熟
why
虑
not-
则
why
事
not?
半功倍。
Okay, then we're just gonna move in the. Okay, let's say 58, 50, 58%. Okay, make sure that it's in camp stand. Okay, then we're gonna upgrade. I would actually rather go for food. Okay, I would actually rather go for upgrade my farm first. Okay, because this I'm not really sure. Sometimes this guy can be aggressive. So if you upgrade your salt mine, okay, and he takes over it, okay, then you have a larger and garrison to deal with. So hence why I just prefer to leave it to level 1 until I actually destroy this faction.
不断前行。
Okay, Cao Cao. Let me see whether you want to. Oh man, he's rich in food, so you don't want to sell food to him. Liu Chong. Ah, Liu Chong is poor in food. Let's try to
有
sell
话快
food to
说。
him. He's better than nothing. 131.
合抱之木，生于毫末。
Okay, I hope that we can reach at least Tao Qian.
必须重整旗鼓。
回到原状，该走了。在此扎营。
Okay, so okay, the reason why this one is actually a very useful buff, okay, is because you can see the effect duration is 15 turns and then the cooldown is 15. Okay, so it's actually it's really one of my favorite lah. Okay, and then the rest, the others one, like for example this spawns ancillary, which is fine in the early game, but once you reach mid game, okay, once you get this, once you have this, and you have the weaponsmith, okay, you're gonna have a lot of ancillaries anyways. Hence why I don't really bother with this. 35 income from all sources in the early game, and mid game you don't really benefit it that much. Okay, and the cooldown is 15, so 35% might seems a lot, but actually it's not. Okay, and once you reach like late game, once your city generates a lot of income, by then you already have too much gold, so having additional 35% more, it doesn't really make any difference. Okay, and the rest is pretty much like I don't really find it that useful, except for these two. Okay, not, and they are also easily achievable. That's the most important thing. Okay, for this faction.
每一
Right,
步
then we're gonna
都
be
颇具智慧，
moving
不要
towards
分心。
this Tao Chen. Hopefully we make it. Okay, the farm. Okay, great. It's less than 3.
你不用怕我们，
Oh man, they're mad at us. Oh man, they're mad at us. Oh, I think I'm gonna be signing a non-aggression pact because
好
I，don't want to be at war with this guy. He's our paymaster. Okay, we have to sell more rice to him. Those ancillaries, okay, eventually you will be able to how to say, you'll be able to generate. Okay, so don't worry, no problem, no issue, not big of an issue. I mean, be at war with him is actually a big issue. So yeah, okay, great. Tao Chen is in our radar. You can see here, very poor in food but super rich in gold, so we're gonna sell him food.
优化请柬。
Right. And another thing to note is that this faction is mostly, you want to sell food to generate cash because we can't trade. Oh. Okay, that's fine with me.
足
214.
下慷慨仁义，我等感激不尽。
But so far this guy is the best. He gives you the best rate. Okay. Then moving on to Tech 3. Okay, I'm gonna go with this for the Caltrops. Okay, then
保持阵型，
okay, cool. Gonna put him under siege.
诛灭逆贼，
Okay, just stuff them out. Don't
拿出你的本事。
don't attack. 2 turns. Okay, we can just cancel that off first. Right then, I'm actually kind of worried about this guy here. Okay, let me see what kind of do we have any trade piece? No. The strategy is pretty much the same. Okay, when battling King Wutugu, okay, in terms of battle, you want to the formation, everything is the same. Okay, so I think this is going to be the last battle. Okay, the video is actually almost reaching an hour, so it's pretty long. But so far, most of the basic strategies, okay, has been addressed. Okay, by the time you consolidate, okay, the southern province, I can't remember what is the name. Okay, my Mandarin is also not really that good, so but once you consolidate that province that we just the capital city we just captured, okay, I think it's pretty smooth from there on. Okay, yeah, so same thing here. Same formation basically.
准备开战，毛兵准备，毛兵来我身边，准备开战。
Okay, this is gonna be the last battle. If you do have any questions, like maybe some issue you ran into, just feel free to comment on the in the comment section. I'll try my best to address as much as I can and to my abilities. Okay, I'm not really a pro. Okay, I just like playing Total War and yeah. Oh, sorry, I have to. The reason why I want to bring this here is to actually throw the Okay, let's drop a bit closer.
又是一波，敌人援兵正在接近。
时刻准备，快，快点！可以开战，赶快！
Fast forward. Oh, I forgot about the barricade. It's okay, it's fine, no problem. Okay, so this is the challenging part. If they kind of like flank our juggernaut, then that's not good.
准备就绪，
Okay,
举起长矛，进攻！老兵注意，惩治敌军！弓箭手注意，换箭齐发，换箭齐发，快跑！
okay, so we can prepare to
老兵群，
get them into melee stance.
注意！
Right. Okay, so this one we're
友
just
军正在遭受
gonna
攻击，
be planning.
开战！
This one we can actually this one first. Move forward.
冲啊！
Move forward. Melee. Okay, burn.
发射！速速前进！
You can actually use Liu Yan to do distraction. Okay, cavalry to
准备，加快脚步！
yep.
赶快！准备就绪！挺住！挺定！放！
Oh, then you see
敌军逃跑了。
the health got burned by the.
老兵，听我号令，进攻！
Okay, as you can see, the burning is really working wonders.
战士们注意，敌机已到，
But the friendly fire can be a bit
跑起来！
devastating as well.
去！
Right.
好准备，向前进军，准备迎战，快上！杀呀！准备好，
你需喘息之机
So。they're routing, which is cool, great.
安静，小儿配得起战斗吗？
备战斗！
Okay, come on, fire the breath, fire breath, dragons,
敌军逃跑了，
awesome.
命令，时刻准备，准备迎战，准备好，敌机已到，射杀！
Okay, I'm just gonna disable the auto fire just in case of friendly fire. Can be very crazy. Yep, I think yeah, that's pretty much it. With so far our battles has been really yielding positive results. So I hope that this guide will
胜利
actually
期待
help
支持。
the beginners, okay, who have just purchased the game, or maybe you don't want to, you don't really want to play the exploit way. You want to play as intended. Okay, then I hope this guide is of good use. Okay, so yep, that's it. Once your economy is picking up, you can actually raise another army. Using the same formula. You always want to have I would prefer to have a strategist and a commander. Okay, and then optional you can have a champion
值
or
得铭记的
sentinel.
大胜。
No problem. Either one will be fine. But however, I will highly suggest you for specifically for non-mans, okay, it's better that you use Sentinel, okay, because Sentinels they have one talent whereby they give extra melee evasion, okay, and also for Sentinel you do have more recruitment choices for melee infantry, which is going to be very effective against the non-mans, okay. For champion, the problem with champion, right, is that the G infantries, you know, the spears, they tend to lack the melee defenses, so they're not very tanky, okay. That's the problem. Okay, so for this one, I think I'm just gonna go with the goal.
没必要留着他们。
Okay, then the next
血
one
债
you
血偿，
can just delegate, no problem,
令行禁止，
no issue.
方有此胜。
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to execute this guy.
我们必须将他们枭首示众。
Alright, then replenishment. Yeah, now we are at the second marquee. Okay, so for this, you always want to at least aim for the what you call this thing for the bonus. Okay, like this. Okay, you will get the satisfaction. Okay, and then administrator. Okay, I will go with armies and administrator. So when the next round you become a marquis, you can actually max out this one. You get which is a very good 15% upkeep reduction. Okay, so I'll usually go for administrator and armies first. Okay. Yep. Yeah, and also make sure that you check the candidates area, okay, and pick the really good. If there are like some unique legendaries that pop up, okay, you can just hire them. Okay, if there's none, then you, make sure that you pick the really good. The priority for candidates is that you always want very good commanders, okay, like this girl, commander, and also strategists. Okay, this one, I'm not really a fan of champion. Okay, they don't really do much. Okay, and Sentinel, one thing good about Sentinel is that if you make them if they are the administrator, they give you a discount when you build stuff on your settlement. Okay, so hence Sentinel is not only they make very good battlefield commanders against the non-man, but they also give you very good discount on the settlement. Okay, so yep. Okay, I'm just gonna end this turn. Okay, so we have surprisingly that guy is still alive. Stone archers. Check.
这是你自己选的。
Let me demonstrate if this. Okay, so unfortunately there's no what you call this, there's no sentinel. Okay, normally if there's sentinel, you want to pick them up and then make them your administrator. They will give you a very good discount bonus. Okay, like you see for example. Okay, but yeah, sentinel usually will give you discount. The reason why sentinel will give you discount, right, is because of this expertise. You can see the more expertise, the more discount to the construction cost. Okay, and sentinel usually will come with a lot of expertise, hence why I like sentinel the most in the game. Sentinel and commanders. Okay, alright, so with that said, okay, the video is getting a bit long. Okay, so end the play here. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.